Ukrainian Armed Forces soldiers attempted to enter the territory of the Kursk region. This was reported on the Bucha Telegram channel. According to Russian war correspondents, the Ukrainian Armed Forces have intensified their attacks in the direction of the village of Tyotkino of Glushkovsky district. The Ukrainian military also blew up a bridge near Zvanoye. Correspondents added that, as in previous attacks, the Ukrainian Armed Forces are trying to destroy bridges over the Seym River and its tributaries to complicate the logistics of Russian troops. The Armed Forces of Ukraine's Kursk operation, which has been going on for 9 months, has achieved most of its goals. Thanks to it, Russia's offensive campaign in Sumy and Kharkiv regions was prevented, says the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Oleksandr Syrskyi. According to Syrskyi, during his working visit, he awarded soldiers who distinguished themselves during the Kursk operation. This operation, which has been going on for 9 months, has achieved most of its goals. Thanks to our active actions in the Kursk region, we managed to prevent the enemy's offensive campaign in the Sumy and Kharkiv regions. The buffer zone created by the Ukrainian Defense Forces in the border areas remains relevant today, he added. The Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine noted that one of the units that effectively fulfilled the assigned tasks in the Kursk region is the 225th Separate Assault Regiment. I had a pleasant opportunity to communicate with its soldiers and commanders and present them with high state and departmental combat awards for exemplary steadfastness, courage, and heroism, said Syrskyi. Ukrainian Defense Forces launched an offensive in the Kursk region in early August 2024. From the very first days, the fighters successfully advanced and took control of more than 100 settlements, including the city of Sudza. In the fall, the Russian military tried to launch an offensive in the Kursk region, but, according to Western media, it failed. According to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, as of the end of April, Russian losses in the Kursk sector amounted to more than 60,000 troops. Russian army soldiers have demonstrated armored combat vehicles and civilian vehicles destroyed by the Ukrainian army in Russia's Kursk region. As can be seen from the footage spread on social networks, armored vehicles and combat vehicles, UAZs and other vehicles have been destroyed by Ukrainian drones and artillery strikes across a road. An armored vehicle belonging to the Ukrainian army can also be seen among the destroyed vehicles. It should be noted that the Ukrainian army has been conducting military operations in the Kursk region since August last year. Russian leadership claims that the Ukrainian army has been withdrawn from Kursk. However, Kiev has denied Russian reports and claims that the fighting in the region has escalated.
Короче, идем пешком, машина не доезжает. Пешком бы дойти тоже. Бог даст. Дойдем.
Да, я тоже фоткал,
Сегодня сгорел. Да.
Нихуя таблетка, это что-то нахуй.
Она у всех. А, нет. Вот она, наша таблетка, вот вторая. Вот этот Урал я видел, он заезжал. Что-то не подорваться бы ни на чем.
120-ка. Согнула, нахуй. Смотри, хомутом стянули.
Он тоже бронирован. Короче, идем пешком, машина не доезжает. Пешком бы дойти тоже. Бог даст. Дойдем.
Another soldier of the occupying Russian army has surrendered to a Ukrainian drone. Seeing a drone belonging to the Spartan Brigade targeting him in the direction of the city of Pokrovsk in Donetsk region, the Russian soldier pleaded not to be killed. The Russian soldier, who went in the direction indicated by the drone, reached the position of Ukrainian fighters and surrendered. The soldier said that his comrades were killed by a Ukrainian drone, and that he made a mistake by joining the war, and therefore wanted to rectify his mistake by surrendering.
Сколько человек вас ушло?
2 человека нашло.
Где ваш напарник?
200.
От чего?
От дрона.
Вам понравилась работа наших дронов?
Да.
Как оцениваете работу наших дронщиков?
10 из 10.
Скажите, вы какую задачу получили?
Закрепиться.
Сколько вас выходило задачу?
У нас выходило, получается, группа по 2 человека. Всего было у нас от 8 до 10 человек. Вот. По 2 человека нас выводили.
С какой периодичностью вы выходились?
Это час-полтора.
Между одни пошли, час-полтора пошли.
Полтора другие пошли.
Вы уходили все с одной точки?
Да.
Смотрите, первый раз, когда мы с вами общались, вы решили нас обмануть. Зачем вы это сделали?
Хотел как сохранить жизнь свою. Но я осознал то, что я поступил плохо. Вот, и решил сказать сейчас все то, что я знаю, всю правду.
Another Russian army attack near the city of Mariinka in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region has been prevented. The invaders, who tried to advance with armored combat vehicles, were stopped by drone strikes launched by the Shadov division of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Seeing that their military vehicles were destroyed by successive strikes, the Russian invaders tried to return with the surviving vehicles. However, Ukrainian drones prevented this. As a result, the surviving Russian infantry soldiers tried to dig trenches and hide there, using the struck vehicles as shields. The trees piled up on the vehicles to hide them from the drones did not protect them from the Ukrainian strikes.